Yo, my peoples, what's up? Welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Jason here today of a solo playthrough for Last Minute. This is a real-time bomb diffusion game from Impatient Studios, the makers of the Oniverse. In this one, cooperative for 1 to 4 players, we are playing a real-time game in which we're going to have a hand of these fuse cards and as rapidly as we can within a timer, trying to play matching cards onto the wires of the bomb in descending numerical order. You see there's numbers in the cards. If we do so before the timer runs out, we'll win. If we misplay a card or the timer runs out, then everything will explode, otherwise known as losing. So I'm going to play a very quick demonstration of this one, the easiest mode to get you going, and then I'm going to play a harder mode to give you a sense of what the added tokens add, lots more bombs that you defuse at once, so you can see if this filler style real-time cooperative game is right for you. We are the One Stop Co-op Shop, a multi-platform gaming empire, and your one stop for solo and cooperative gaming goodness. Rules teach for this one doesn't take any time at all, so let's get right to it. So I have begun with mission 1. I've laid out the bomb cards over here according to the rule book. So the rule book does a good job of moving you through. So you have rookie, high stakes, expert. There are different setups that will progressively introduce more mechanisms. Mostly the tokens. We'll hold off on the tokens in a second. Let's go and focus on the main stuff. So the main thing to know about these bomb cards are the wires over here. So there are 4 primary colors in the game, blue, yellow, red, and green, and that will correspond to the fuse cards that you have in your hand. So in a 1-player game, you start with 7 cards. Up to 4 players, there'll be a decreasing number of cards in people's hands. The deck is 1 through 60, 60 card deck. So I am going to try to play them in descending order of number on the bomb cards. I do not need to play them in sequence order, just in descending order, at least for now. So this is a really easy version. I'm not even going to mess with the timer. I'll put one over there just for a second, just to show you. So I have a hand of 7 cards, so I'm going to just empty my hand as much as I can or want to. So an action is that I can play a card. So 48 is a pretty high card. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. So I like focusing on one card early. So let's go ahead and put 37, 36. Those numbers are closer together. I've knocked out 3 of the 5 wires. 35 is also a pretty high card, although that is still half the deck remaining. Sure, let's go ahead and put that in the easier one right there. So these numbers are pretty low. I could if I want to play them, but instead I'm going to 1, 2, 3 discard, or I can just discard them all, or as many as I want, and then draw up to my maximum hand size, depending on how many cards I have in my hand at the time. So that's an action that you can do. Either discard, draw, play. All right, so we are still going. Okay, so I'm going to play 31 right there. I got the 2 green, I only need 1 red right there. Let's get this one started. I have a nice big fat 42 there for you. Okay, this one needs yellow 29. This looks like it'll fit the bill. I didn't pick any reds. There are lots of reds necessary on the field. Should I put that right there? Sure, because I need to make decisions quickly. So I'm just going to get rid of all those cards. I don't have to, but I do want to keep things flowing in my hand because I want to increase my chance of getting a red. Okay, so red, I have that one right there. So that finishes off this bomb. I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I got a lot of green. Whoo. So that's 27, 24 looks like it would be a good fit over there. I need 2 reds. So we are going to just throw all of those cards away. I could, go, draw and discard, but, for option's sake, I'm going to keep that open. Okay, cool. So I have lots and lots of red over here. That's finished. Needs to do something lower than 24. 6 is lower than 24. All right. I need to do something lower than 5, 22. And that is it. 5 cards, all of which correspond to the wires and in descending order. 4 cards, 4 colors, 3 cards, 3 colors. Everything is descending. I am good to go. There can be mistake cards played. Let's say I played a second yellow over here. In terms of the colors, anyway, that's fine as long as I'm not violating any of the token rules. The thing I could not do is play out of number sequence. So if I play anything out of number sequence, then that's a loss. And you keep track of your tries with these tokens over here, these time tokens. Once you run out of time tokens, depending on how much the game gives you, then you have lost the game and you need to start over whatever scenario you've lined up. All right, looks like we are ready to step up in difficulty, introducing the Complicaiton Tokens. I'm going to now play Mission 9. I'm going to skip ahead a few missions into the Training 3 Imminent Threat, and it does get harder from there. So I've laid 4 cards out, and you see they're all different. They just have different color combinations, at least in the printed card. It is the Complicaiton Tokens that makes things really interesting. Okay, so the ones that I have laid out now are, normally I could play the colors in any order. This requires me to play them in red, yellow, and blue order. That's a little bit easier for the 3. Imagine if that lands on one of the 5. That's a bigger problem. Here, this is going to be a big problem. I need to play in skipping orders of 10. So if I lay out a card in the 50s, 52, 55, etc., the next card has to be in the 40s, next card has to be in the 30s, and it has to be in color order. So, it doesn't have to be in this exact sequence order, but it does have to have all 5 colors represented. So I have to be really aware of this. This one requires only odd numbers. So I have to watch out for that. And this one is floating there. What is that? Is that a pig stomach? Something. Some of the other complications are only even numbers. This bomb needs to be diffused first, like, this one, or this one has to be diffused last, and this one has to be diffused first. You have to play all cards on one, knock that off, and then you can proceed. Same thing with the last bomb over there. No cards until every other bomb is diffused. Play numbers in ascending order, which is a mind bender. Having played this with a couple of friends, they mess this one up all the time. I'm not sure why. This one has a secret sauce to be more wicked than anything. And this one is just a limiter. You have to play cards that are 30 or below, so it cuts out half the deck. So in the full-fledged game, you are going to play with random cards and random tokens. So the training is good to kind of get to know everything, and then you can build up you and or your group to finish 3, 4, 5 missions at a time. So that's why I'm showing you everything now. This is everything that the game has to offer in its package. Let's go ahead and finish off Mission 9. That will be the full feature for Last Minute. All right, that was playing this by yourself is pretty stressful. So I think I got everything. Notice that there was a giant misplay over here, which could have really been bad. But I was able to go 30, 20, 10, 0, and I got that. So we have odd numbers. Please tell me I have odd numbers. Yes. All of the colors are represented, and this one was kind of the easiest, but there's 6 colors here. Now I was gonna say that it was easy, but I was like, oh my god, there's more. Yeah, there's 6. So I think I got everything. So that was the solo mode. We have a number of players, 7 cards in hand, 120 minutes. More players, less cards in hand, but more cards total represented at the table, but less time to do it. So there's more of that crosstalk and everything. I can't replicate on a video, but you can imagine the stress of that. So mini review time, what this is going for, I think this is delivered really well. I just like the simplicity of colors and numbers. I mean, we're going back to Uno over here, but we're remixing that formula. We're adding the timed element. In the multiplayer, it feels a little bit like The Mind, where, there's that brief moment where people are staring at each other. Let's say, 2 people have like a 55 and a 53. It's like, but they don't know who's going to play. And then you just kind of have to go for it and, react to whatever your player is. So I definitely enjoy that. I think what takes this game to the next level in terms of taking a look would be these Complicaiton tokens. The fact that they're modular, they're easy to understand, and you can add in as many or as few as you want. You could play this without any tokens whatsoever, and it becomes basically a kid's game. So you can make the timer friendly, and you have your young one, just defuse the bomb and put them together. And then you slowly introduce these as you get, playing with better players or your group gets better at it. The fact that you can add things in so incrementally and it is still easy makes this a really good fit for a wide variety of groups. You also can't beat the price point in these troubled times. I record this in 2024. Any entertainment that is lower cost, lower overhead, but delivers that punch in the package is worth a look, and I can say that Last Minute fits that bill. So real-time cooperative is not for everyone, but if it is for you and you're looking for one in that filler space, then Last Minute is worth checking out. This is Jason with the One Stop Co-op Shop. We'll see you at the next stop.